Yeah, YouTube world, I'm going algorithm real quick. Today's little recent breaking news. Um, Julio Foolio, uh, murderers, killers, they basically been sentenced. If I'm correct, a lot of them been sentenced. They all been sentenced to pretty much life. The way I was looking, basically football numbers and all, and it wasn't looking good. I'm gonna say this: this should really be a lesson to all so-called YNs and everybody that think it's cool being part of the street life. Gonna end up with street consequences. At the end of the day, it was justice is rightfully served. I think a lot of times people always think that. Especially a lot of youth, they think that the streets is the wave, not understanding that so many different things could go wrong, so many scenarios. A lot of times, especially to so-called co-defendants, they be the same ones that will tell they're pretty much rat just to get out of whatever jam that they in. And a lot of times, you see this countless over and over and over, plenty of times over the years. And it just goes to show that the cycle continues. Another generation of possibly potential, they could have probably made change in the world. You know what I mean? If they stayed on the right path. And I think a lot of times that's the problem, especially with a lot of these youth just go, they think the street is always the wave. A lot of them, especially this era, because they want so-called, street credibility, which is, it's pretty much as ridiculous. But, it just don't make no sense, And at the end of the day, if it doesn't make dollars, then it doesn't make sense. In the words of DJ Quick, shout out to him. But I just don't get it. This is just another tragic case. And it goes to show that, I think also it doesn't help that being a high profile rapper and stuff like that, you have to know how to move differently. It's just a celebrity, period. You can't get yourself involved in street activities, really, because at the end of the day, the feds is always watching, especially if you're a high-profile celebrity, and just even anybody, period, that's in that type of lifestyle, that's that's a big profile name. And I think that's the thing. Julio Foolio killers, they kind of underestimated how real the law system is these days, and the amount of technology, and there's just so many odds stacked against them, basically. They wasn't gonna get away with it at all, and I don't know why this era, which also leads me to say, I don't know why, this era, it seems like a lot of the youth that's into the streets and stuff, not just a lot of these drill rappers, but also the youth in general that represent the so-called YN culture, which I'm personally really tired of. I've said it in one of my previous videos. Definitely check that one out on the fatigue of the YN culture. But I would say it never really, this stuff has never really, it hasn't benefited anybody really, except for the penitentiary. Penitentiary system is one of the most richest industries around. It is modern day slavery. It's basically, and it's it's another form of slavery. But that's a whole nother topic for another time. So a lot of these YNs, they don't understand that this type of culture is not what's up. Let's say this youth in general, and it doesn't help that a lot of these rappers, they get themselves in the street caught up in these situations, and these type of things happen. It's just an unfortunate case. but that's the way it goes, especially in the real world. I call this the Grand Theft Auto era because a lot of these youth, especially, they feel like they can do these crimes and get away with it and not get caught up. Uh, you can't just do something like this, especially when it involves any kind of murder, and think you're gonna get away. There's all type of different technology. Like I said before, there's surveillance, motion detectors. There's even some cameras that can see through your mask and all kind of stuff. And of course, you have the usual things like witnesses, co-defense possibly snitching. And there's so many other elements that comes along with it. So it's basically no wins overall, and it doesn't make no sense even getting involved in it. So let this be a lesson to all the youth out there, the everyday youth out there that's in the street. Don't think you won't get jammed up at some point, especially if anything involved in murder, anything involved guns or anything of that nature. Because at some point, if something's gonna happen, somebody's gonna drop the ball, whether it be the people around you or whether it be just the technology that we have nowadays. There's no wins in it. So let this whole Julio Foolio case be a lesson to all the youth, or the high profile rap celebrities, especially as a part of the drill culture and all of this stuff. And hopefully heads wake up and listen. There's no future in the streets. There's no future being a so-called YN. And you got to do better at the end of the day as a people. And especially this generation, Generation Z. Got to do better, folks. But let me know what y'all think about this whole Julio Foolio case. Was it justified that the justice was served? What do y'all think? Like, subscribe, share 82 Brooklyn 7. Like, subscribe, share 82 Brooklyn 7 on YouTube. Check out all my full videos, old, new, short clips, old, new, my older lives. Try to do a new live at some point. And on that note, ID5. I'm definitely come through with more content. Check out all my other videos that's off the algorithm about other topics that that personally mean dear to me. The toxic work environment, all that stuff. Check all that stuff out. On that note, ID5. Peace.